Hey guys, Tennessee Yankee, welcome back to the channel. Hey, if you're new here, I'm doing a video today about a clover lawn and my attempts at transforming some of my other lawn into clover lawn. If you're not new here, this is also going to be a follow-up video to one I posted last July about the center area of my driveway, the little island there where I did some drainage work, and I've since seeded that and planted a new tree. So come along and I'll show you the updates. So guys, for those of you that are subscribers to the channel and those of you that might be watching this as a follow-up to my drainage video, this is how that center island turned out, and I couldn't be more pleased with it. After that video, I had said that I was probably just gonna put a little bit of topsoil on it and wait to seed it in the fall. And what ended up happening over the summer is as we got more rains, and it was still kind of a bowl shape in here. And for those of you guys that didn't see that, what I used to have over here I had a culvert, or I do have a culvert going through the driveway, and on this side I had a culvert going through the driveway, but then I had ditches with rocks that I had to mow around, and then I had a ditch all down the center. So my goal was here to put in the drainage so I could make this a flatter area. And it was still a bowl, and it was still collecting a bunch of water in the center. So I ended up bringing probably 50 to 70 buckets up here from my woods. I would just go down, and I started on a hill, and I would just bring up a few buckets a day. And then I finally spread it out at the end of last summer, and I seeded it last, I think, late September, early October. And this soil up here, it was just awful. In fact, I can give you a little sample because I have a tiny little bare spot here. But this is exactly the consistency of this soil. It's just rocky. I would call it like chert. It's just kind of rocky and, you know, not real good soil. So my point in saying that is basically look how lush and awesome this clover looks. Now granted, it's still the end of May. We've got a ton of rain recently, but nevertheless, this clover is gonna maintain its green, lush color all summer. And I haven't mowed this in about 2 weeks. I'm gonna mow it here shortly, and then I'll show you what it looks like after it's mowed. It's gonna be it's gonna have a lot of stems coming up and whatnot, but this is pretty good. You know, clover's if you didn't want to mow it, you'd never have to. It does flower out, but I think it's really beautiful. Back in the day, you know, I used to just hate clover in my yard when I had a much nicer yard in Michigan, but here I've come to appreciate it in Tennessee because it grows where other stuff doesn't. It stays green, and I just love that the roots are going to continue to spread and keep growing itself. So the amazing thing when you look at this is it's so thick, and you can barely even hardly see the blades of grass coming through here for the regular grass. But when I planted this, I probably went a little heavier than recommended on the clover. A lot of times they say you want to put in 10% clover with about 90% of your regular grass seed. And I might have went 15 to 20% on this, just because I wanted a little extra clover. But my point is, don't be afraid putting 10 to 20% in. You think that you're not going to see much of it, but pretty much the clover wins out. And the best part about clover, it's a legume, if I'm saying that right. So it's kind of like the bean family, but it naturally creates its own nitrogen, so it's always green. And the best part of that is it never needs fertilizer. So that's the reason I wanted to convert this center lawn to this, and I'll probably throw a clip in there of what this center area used to look like. The lawn is just not that great, and it's kind of just like the rest of the lawn over here that is not good. It's pretty much just, you get a lot of weeds and stuff. And you know, compare this that hasn't been reseeded. This is just the original lawn that was put in about 4 years ago, starting to get bare spots. You know, the the ground's not that great, and the soil's not that great. So eventually my goal is to continue, as I work on projects in different areas, to continue to seed in clover so I can have more of a lawn that looks like this, that crowds out all the other weeds and just kind of stays green and low maintenance. So over here on the other part of my lawn, you'll be able to see this is just where I've scattered in clover over time, and it's starting to thicken up in here, but I haven't done anything special to try to plant it separately. So I want to continue to overseed with clover in the fall and things. But I guess I wanted to show you this so you guys could just see how nicely that turned out. So here was that other side in the original drainage project. So this is what it used to look like in the middle on each side too. So now I can just come in here and easily mow and not scalp anything. So the next project I'm going to work on over the summer and the course of this fall is I got the same thing over here. I probably need to keep the rocks on the other end, but on this end I'm also going to eliminate the rocks, because this is really hard to even mow down here without, you can see it's been scalped and things in here. So I'm also going to remove these rocks, probably make a little bit bigger area over here with my rock garden, or keep them for another project. And what I want to do here is I'm just going to continue to bring up extra soil. So I'm going to take these rocks out, and then I'm going to extend my drainage just a little bit further out from where it's coming through the culvert right here, and I'll just probably have a dead end out here in the lawn still. But then I'm gonna just try to take this more gradual slope and then fill all this in so I can just mow at an angle here the whole way and not have these rocks to deal with. The other thing I wanted to point out to you is this tree that I planted. So I got this spring, and I wanted something big for the center. This is a river birch, and it's supposed to grow like 3 to 5 foot a year and grows really fast. It's, you know, it's gonna last 30, 40, probably 40, 50 years. That's all I needed to do for me, but it should be very nice centerpiece here. The beauty is I think it's called a Dura Heat one. I think it was like bred for Texas. But the nice part is it can really withstand a lot of drought. So when it gets really dry here in, you know, July, August, I'm not concerned about it. But it also does very well in poorly drained soils. A lot of times these are growing alongside riverbeds and things like that. But, you know, I still get quite a bit of water in this area. I haven't seen it pool up with all the clover and everything absorbing the water, but still, it's still kind of a basin for when we get a lot of water. So it's also very good to take the water. But yeah, I planted this spring, got it from a nursery in Knoxville, and brought it home in my trailer. Should have filmed that. And I was able to just pull it off the trailer with my my forks and just dropped it in the hole. So it worked out well. So I think that tree is going to be a real nice addition here. So I guess that's it, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick video and clover update. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and mow this a little bit, and then I'll show you what it looks like after it's mowed. But really, really happy with the clover, and going to continue to transform my lawn with it in the future. All right, guys, you just saw how quick and easy that was. Now that I don't have my ditches anymore, sure is a pleasure to mow. One thing I have found with this, and these are some of the challenges with the clover. Before I get into that, you can kind of see, I think it looks beautiful. So I didn't mow it too low, so you can still see some of the clover heads. Most of the flowers got knocked off. And what I like is, as I knock those flowers off, they just kind of help reseed as well. But I have found this clover is always very wet and moist, it seems like. So it really builds up, even when it's dry, like it is right now. The clover's still got a lot of moisture in it. So it does tend to want to stick to your tractor tires easy. Now, if I were to drive right out on my driveway, that clover is going to stick right to my cement. So I've learned, as you see, I was kind of mowing in a circular pattern. I kept everything to the inside and I just stayed off my driveway. And I like to mow this first, then I'll go to the rest of my lawn that's got a little less clover in it and use that to help clean out and dry out the blades. But overall, I think it looks pretty good and makes a real nice green area. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, Tennessee Yankee. Thanks for watching. If you found this content helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on your right. I have other content linked for you on the left side. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching.